me to get him tickets to Van Morrison. Seriously, he said to me, "Alice, could you pull a few strings?" "I wish I could, Dad, but here's the thing, that gig is sold out." And without a doubt, before Van anchors back on this piece of turf where we have the crack, there will be a whole cast of Belfast citizens with more sway than me, asking for spare tickets to see that lyrical genius, wise man of the East, returning like a memory, to lift the sweetest fruit that ever fell from the poetry tree and hold it in an alchemy, a mastery, a feast, for ears and hearts and minds and souls, with a song of home deep enough to fill every bone, every hungry vessel with warmth and chills. And what do I have? I'm a low-down hobo poet living in Wonderland, Dad. I don't really go out. I don't socialise. 1,193 friends on Facebook to disguise the fact that I'm alone most of the time. And yes, I live just a few steps from Hindford Street, and I'm making ripples with my poetry. But those tiny ripples might as well be swirling inside a tub of ice cream. And for all the Celtic king of soul could sing about fuscos and jelly roll, these days he must go sailing on. And he doesn't clean windows right here no more. And it'll be a long time before my ripples make waves big enough to get me out of this phase I'm in, to lift my head from the sands of writing and reading to another game of healing, to stand in my own skin and shake hands with poetic champions. And I'm sorry, Dad, I know you might be Van's biggest fan, but so is nearly every other man in East Belfast who, like you, listened from the beginning to the mystic breaking through. And maybe I'll not always be in this rut, just too late to get the good stuff, and maybe someday I will place in your hand front row tickets to see the man, but it is more than enough for me to find a quiet reverie, book in hand. A book a loved one gave to me at Christmas time. And I have to admit, it made me cry, because that book is called Lit Up Inside. Because you see, I know I'm not the only one who, despite the technicalities of blood, feels like Van is a member of my family. He generously shared with me his soul when he said Coney Island was beautiful. And I was 4 years old, driving to the shore, excited to see what the big man had promised me, and he gave me and my family more than anyone could ever ask for. I'll miss that Cypress Gardens semi-detached cul-de-sac in Ballyhack. Now I'm at Terrace 24. But he takes me back on up the avenue every time. Madam George checks her tights in my mind for ladders, climbs new heights and spatters a shower of colours over my soul. As the lion growls, climbs the walls, Jackie Wilson dances in the kitchen. Van Morrison, you said it all. So Mr. Morrison, if you're listening, have a ball. And I will listen in my kitchen till my soul has fallen out of where it was before and more. I'll keep listening into the next life and those that came before. And I'll pray I'll never stray from the lion's roar. Thank you. Have a great night.
Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Lion's Roar, fabulous performance from the talented young Irish poet. Folks, we'll be back with more great music very soon from Celtic Soul, celebrating the